water-powered auto battery use of artificial
Turn the machine on.
Denny Klein fires up his hot new invention. His machine emits a flame that feels only slightly warm to the touch. But watch what happens when he touches anything else.
Instantaneously, I can burn a hole right down through the center of that brick.
The flame instantly turns hotter than the surface of the sun. Heat so intense it takes only seconds to literally burn a hole through charcoal. 3 seconds turns a brass ball to glowing liquid metal. Tungsten lights up like a sparkler. Steel, lead, and other metal slices on contact. Yet the tip of the welder stays cool to the touch.
No other gas will do this.
Denny Klein uses an alternative fuel source once thought impossible. He says people still have trouble believing him when he reveals his liquid fuel.
Water.
Slicing through steel in a matter of seconds.
I thought, this can't be true. I said, this is gonna be big. What? First thought in my mind, this is gonna be big.
100% environmentally safe.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting to have created this very unique gas. It's very evolutionary. I think it'll change the world. In a small way, which will get bigger, will change the world. We'll make it a better place, that's for sure.
3 times as fast. It's so much fun. Once you get accustomed to it, nothing else will ever be good enough.
It's here, it's now, it's HHO gas. Narrowed their focus to the 2 comprising elements of water, hydrogen and oxygen. They knew that these 2 individual gases could be produced from water, but found it was very expensive to do so, requiring tremendous amounts of electricity. In addition, the resulting quantities of hydrogen and oxygen were small and extremely dangerous if not handled properly. As a result, many believed for decades that there was little to no commercial future for water as an alternative fuel source. But then came the dawn of a new millennium, and with it the birth of not 2, but 1 unique new gas, HHO. By expanding on older research and using a more sophisticated approach, inventor Denny Klein developed a new process and machine that would finally achieve what was once thought impossible.
The H2O 2000 machine is very user-friendly. Basically, you just need electricity and water. And from that water, we make a very unique gas called HHO gas. The gas is made on demand without any high-pressure tanks, which is a big safety factor in the industrial arena.
Indeed, when compared to other more traditional gases like oxyacetylene, HHO gas and its H2O 2000 generator is much safer, easier, and less expensive to operate. In fact, HHO has no toxic fumes, no ultraviolet radiation, no dark soot. It's odorless, colorless, and 30% fat.
The top Car News here at 6 o'clock. An age-old dream becoming a reality. A local inventor has discovered a way, hear this, to use water to run your car.
It's a major breakthrough that will no doubt make motorists happy. And as Ralph Robinson explains, the Pentagon is also showing lots of interest in this project.
Water has always been considered a precious commodity, but Stan Meyer's invention may make it even more valuable. He has developed what's called a water fuel cell. It has taken the place of his old gas tank. The water fuel cell breaks down water molecules into oxygen and hydrogen. The hydrogen is used to run his dune buggy.
I don't care if you use rainwater, well water, city water, ocean water. If you don't have any fresh water, go ahead and use snow. If you don't have any snow available to you, they use salt water because there's no adverse effect to the fuel cell.
Meyer started working on this project 4 years ago. He's not a scientist. He isn't even a chemist. In fact, he never graduated from college. Myers was determined, he says, to design something to protect this country from oil embargoes.
And we have calculated that if we take the dune buggy from Los Angeles to New York, we would roughly use 22 gallons of water.
The Pentagon flew a lieutenant colonel in last week to look at Meyer's invention. There's talk of possibly using it in the Star Wars defense program and to run army tanks. Myers is currently perfecting a water fuel cell for cars. It will cost about $1,500. He says it won't need any maintenance, and you won't have to replace it. It'll be at least 2 years before the fuel system goes to mass production. The day to have is the one the fuel industry hates. But it'll put a smile on the face of those who've had to say at one time or another, fill her up. I'm Ralph Robinson.
As you can see, many patents have already been received, and many more are forthcoming. To date, over 42 patents have been applied for.
Just explaining how this thing
Okay, go ahead.
does.
Yeah, can you zoom in back in here? Are we on? Okay. Yeah. Okay, now this is the hydrogen computer system, which was designed in order to be able to process the fuel, to produce the hydrogen gas from water and do it economically and be able to control its firing, go in the engine to allow the Volkswagen engine to run off of hydrogen car. Over here, there's very unique design features that had to be developed in order to develop the water fuel cell as a retrofit energy systems to conventional cars. We had to go ahead and develop the laser, what we call the laser distributor, as you see right here, which is put between the conventional rotor cap and that of the rotor assembly. And primarily what this does, this sets up the electronic signals that goes back and triggers the computer system in order to allow the car to run successfully on hydrogen, water in any way. Now here's another feature to the system that everybody asks me about, is what happens to the water in the wintertime? Does it freeze up? Well, part of our technology was in the areas of development what we call a steam resonator. Now, since the unlike atoms take on opposite electrical charges, we simply use another part of our technology to restrict the Angstrom voltage to take over, and therefore we agitate the water molecules, which in turn generates kinetic energy, which in turn heats the water. Now, this is phenomenal in the fact we consume very little electrical energy in order to heat the water. So there are very far-ranging advantages and features to the technology.
You better take my picture, not his, because the film will not accept him. He's too old. He's handsome. He's too old for the film. The film there is very new.
Okay, done. Start mo. See, now we will now see how it operates. Okay. So here.
Come in. Okay, start.
Okay, start.
Bubbles are starting to form. Here. You can take a close up there so that you see it's forming the bubbles.
When we remove this one, the engine stops because no more fuel. So admitting that there is gasoline there, it's supposed to run.
This is the hydrogen.
Yeah, this is the hydrogen.
And oxygen.
Yeah, that's why you have more.
But this is hydrogen and oxygen.
This is the oxygen, this is the hydrogen.
This is separate.
Kunin mo yung testing done. And this is